All right, big shoulders. For our workout today, we've got a heavy day. It is a snatch balance followed by 2 overhead squats. And you may not have heard of the snatch balance before. Many of you probably haven't even done it yet. So what I'm gonna do is show you what that movement is and explain why it's beneficial and how this workout is geared towards improving your snatch more so than anything else. Okay, so one of the major issues I see with the snatch for people is they're not comfortable getting under the bar, and therefore they don't receive the bar low enough, and therefore they need to pull the bar up higher. Pretty much you're stuck power snatching, excuse me. Power snatch, I do that little quarter squat to catch. A full snatch, squat snatch, as some of you may know it, I receive that bar all the way down and I immediately basically absorb into my squat. The benefit of that is I am able to do more weight when I drop lower because I don't have to pull the bar as high. So getting comfortable dropping under the bar is super important. And so that's where the snatch balance comes into play. So number one, the overhead squat, having confidence that you can, in fact, go through that full range of motion with a bar overhead is important. But the snatch balance is all about that transition. So you start with your feet hip width, you get to use your hips to generate a little bit of power, and then you drop into your overhead squat. Reset. Okay, so that is our snatch balance, and having a good overhead position is super helpful for this, but just being able to practice dropping under the bar is super important for getting comfortable doing this with actual load. So obviously I'm doing this with the PVC pipe. In theory, you should be able to snatch balance more than you can snatch because you don't need to move the bar as far. It's already on your shoulders. You can heave it up and drop under it. So with this workout, the snatch balance plus 2 overhead squats, you should be able to end up doing more than you can squat snatch because it's not quite as dynamic of a movement. That said though, being a new movement, this first time doing it, you might not do more than you can squat snatch. So yeah, again, it is a dip and drive. I'm using my hips to power that bar up, and then my feet go from hip width, which is where I should be pulling the bar off the ground from, feet hip width, and then they transition into that squat positioning. And so that might be the sound that you're hearing with my feet, is that change of direction. And yes, my knees pop if you can hear that too. Okay, so the other reason I like this drill is because of the footwork. So many missed lifts on the snatch, even the clean as well, are because of missed footwork. So having that confidence and that comfort of going from hip width to your squat stance is super important. So that's what we've got for today. Our snatch balance plus 2 overhead squats. It's gonna help you become better at the snatch. It's gonna help you get better footwork. This will translate to your cleans, all those different movements, all right? So make sure you come in for this day and work on that technique.